What is happening, what is going on, you absolute bunch of legends. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to create a kind of like an interesting granite material. It's got a bit of brown, it's got a bit of other kind of colors in it. It's really simple to do, and you can add it onto your material or onto your surfaces, and it's a pretty cool material to have. So let's jump into it. First thing you're going to need to do is get an object. So Shift A, and we're going to go mesh, and I'm just going to add our monkey, the torus, and I'm just going to smooth it out. So I'm going to add a modifier there and go to subdivision surface, make it 2, right click on it, shade smooth, S, and scale it up to about there. Then what you want to do is click on shading. Let's go here now, and I'm just going to click there and disable that. Click on my camera. I'm going to delete the camera, I don't need it. Zoom in, and let's get started. So click on your object, hit new. Then first thing you want to do is go to the coat tab, and you want to bring the weight of the coat up to about there, and you can then do that, and the roughness, bring this down to about there. Then first thing you do is go Shift A, mesh, and not mesh, but you're just gonna, you know what I'm gonna type in mix and get a mix color. Plug this there, plug the result into the base color of the principal BSDF. Then what you want to do is go Shift A again and go to mix color and get another mix color. Then put this there, plug the result into A of this other mix color, and then you're going to need another one. So Shift A, mix color, and then you're going to plug this result into B of that one. Okay, so you got something looking like this now. Then what you want to do is just go up here, go Shift A and get a noise texture, and then Shift A and get a color ramp. Put this there, and then connect the factor of your noise texture to your color ramp factor. And then what you want to do is just zoom out, click these. So click on the noise texture, hold down Shift to select both, hit Shift D, duplicate it, and then Shift D so you can duplicate it twice. Then what you want to do is you want to zoom out, go Shift A and get a mapping node. So mapping, and then you're going to plug your vector, the mapping to the vector of this one, to the vector of that one, and to the vector of your third noise texture. So you've got them all joined. And then on your mapping node, we're just going to go Shift A and get a texture coordinate. And then plug your object into the vector of your mapping node. And then what you want to do is you're going to plug this color into the mix color, bring this down, bring this there, and then plug this color in there and this color in there. Then what you want to do is now we're going to get the colors. So go to this one, and you can select like a kind of like a orangey kind of like brown to make it a bit darker. So if you want to make it darker, it's like there. And then what you want to do is you want to bring your black slider to about here, and then you're going to go to you're going to increase this to 20. Detail, bring this up to about 8, and then bring your roughness up to about 0.73. Now we're going to go to the second mix color, so this one, and we're going to make this pretty dark to about there. And then what you want to do is bring this black slider in quite a lot to about there, and then bring the white one in to about there. And now we're seeing something like this. This is looking quite nice. And then you're going to go to your noise texture and change this to rigid multifractal. And then what you're going to do is bring this detail up, the scale, sorry, to 50, detail to about 8, and bring your roughness up quite a lot to about there. On the offset, change this to 0.5, and bring the gain up quite a lot to about that. And then what you want to do is you want to flip your white and then your last mix color, and then go to this one and bring this down to like a gray, and then this one like a brown. So select there and change it to like a brown, and look how nice that actually looks. And then you want to bring this black slider in to about there, and then change this to rigid multifractal, and then bring your detail up to about 8, bring this to about 55, bring your roughness down so we get a nice kind of shine and bring the offset to about 0.5. And again, let's make this 17. And then the distortion, let's just make this 0.2. And now got a material that looks like this, and this looks quite nice. And now you can see with different lighting. So if I just go back to layout and I click here, so it looks like this. And if I change the HDRI, so if I click here, asset browser, bring this in, and I'm just going to disable this so it's dark, and you bring in this one, you got something like this. If you bring that one in, it changes the look of the material. It all depends on your lighting, and you can see how nice that also looks like that. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out the Patreon, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.